prima donna girl, yeah.
The fashion market has seen an immense change in the way we shop, with 34% of it set to be made up of online shopping alone by 2022. Companies such as Klarna make this all the more attractive, with seemingly easy options to buy now and pay later from our favourite clothing retailers. How has that changed young people's approach to shopping?
Klarna shop for this weekend. We love these.
How much were they?
60, I think. I paid for those myself.
Oh.
Only thing I've ever paid for. This is the first piece of, I'd say, clothing I brought from like ASOS. It's Boohoo Man. It cost me about £40. I wear this probably the most out of my entire wardrobe because it's quite a nice comfy jacket and it's actually quite thin, so you can wear it in summer and winter. Adidas t-shirt that I got through Klarna, brought it for a rave, and then I think I got it really dirty and couldn't return it. And it doesn't actually fit me anymore, but because it's Adidas, I'm not going to chuck it in the bin. An Adidas tracksuit, and I've got matching bottoms. That was off ASOS as well. Cost me, I think, £80 for the full piece. And I wasn't going to keep it because the trousers are a bit baggy. But again, it's Adidas.
Joe is an avid user of Klarna and sees it as the best way to keep up with the latest trends.
I used ASOS before and I went to pay for it. There was an option where you could buy it now and pay for it later, and didn't have a lot of money. I thought that was a good idea. So I think maybe just after my 18th birthday I realised I could use Klarna. I knew about it before from like Instagram and the ASOS stories, but I wasn't old enough to use it. You had to be 18, so once I turned 18, then I used it all the time. I like to order big parcels worth a lot of money and then I'll wear them for like a month, and then if there's anything I really like I will keep it, but usually I don't, and then I return it, so they usually get refunded £800 each month. I used to spend like £100 every couple of months if I had like a really big event coming up. I'd buy something for that, like a new shirt or something. Now it's like between £500 to £800 each month because I want new clothes. You see all over Instagram all like the high designer brands and high fashion brands, people want that and people don't necessarily want to pay for it, so if you can buy it and then send it back, you can get photos in it for Instagram, like, or wear it out around town. And I think that's why, because of like social media influences. Klarna itself has like the page for like lookbooks, so you can find like you want like festival or like winter, and then obviously the Instagram pages also have like, photos of like their top influencers wearing clothes, and that can like help you buy outfits. Social media is a big part of it, but also the fact that people, I think a lot of the younger generation aren't spending as much money, therefore the whole buying it and then either paying for it later or sending it back is like saving them money, and I think a lot of people are doing that. Social media is a big influence, but it just depends. Like my friends do use it a lot now because I've been using it, and I think like when one person gets away with it, you think you can get away with it, so then a lot of people are like starting to return it.
Whether you need a new watch, a new sweater, or the perfect decor for your holiday party, what you no longer need is money.
Although the site gives users many options to pay back and advertises no late fees or interest, experts believe that although it may not be hurting your wallet now, it'll change the way young people view spending in the long term. Young Money Blog's founder, Iona Bain, says the company isn't being transparent enough with its customers, adding, while mentioning that non-payment would harm your credit score, it fails to mention that if you can't pay by the third due date, it would be passed on to a debt collection agency. This adds high charges. This can only be found hidden in the terms and conditions. Klarna promises that they make sure users don't abuse the system on a regular basis, saying, "We have limits for how often and how much a customer can spend using Pay Later. This is not an open line of credit." A study by eBay found that people are now more than ever using social media for wardrobe advice, inspiration, and the latest trends. With Klarna utilising these platforms to showcase what can be bought through them, it's attracting more and more young people to buy in the moment. Although Klarna is seen as a much better option than payday loans, young people should be more aware of the consequences of buying what they can't afford. Social media is changing the way we shop and convincing us all to live in the moment and show those around us that we can have it all.